brought my books, so I'm prepared. I did a little homework, so I'm ready for it's really pop quiz for me. For Swamiji, I need to know, how do you define leadership?
A leader needs to have the ability to take a lot of flack, because when you are handling people, people are going to be people.
Based on what you just said, I think you had some experience being mayor before. First of all, thank you all very much for allowing us the opportunity to be here this evening, to be able to share some thoughts and to have an open discussion with Swamiji. I want to say that over the years in Allen, I've developed a lot of friendships with members of Hinduism. And at first I knew a lot of individuals, but I didn't really know them that well. I was just friends with them. But as I watched the temple be built, and then as I watched the temple become populated and more people came here and participated in events, and then when I was first invited, and I came and I met Swamiji, and I was able to meet a lot of the people that do come here to the events, and I was just overwhelmed, because I was overwhelmed with the friendship, the gratitude, the friendliness, the kindness, the hospitality that the members of this temple provide to outsiders like myself that come in to participate. And it's been a great pleasure to actually meet Swamiji and talk to him, and to read some of his books and learn about his teachings and the things that he can impart upon all of us to make us better people in our lives. Thank you.
Well, on behalf of the school district in Allen, we have, for those that may not know, we serve approximately 22,000 students every single day. It's just like having a yoga convention every single day, so you have to get everything to work and things to put together. And part of those students, a good big portion of those students, and continues to grow, are our students from this community. And one of the things that we need to tell you too, from Allen's perspective, is what value they bring to our community. And we were so pleased and honored to have Allen chosen to be the home for your beautiful temple and for your beautiful convention center that just opened, your meeting center, and that had the opportunity to hear and learn and grow personally from the teachings of Swamiji. I brought my books, so I'm prepared. I did a little homework, so I'm ready for it's really pop quiz for me. So I look forward to our evening. I hope it's fun. I hope we learned a lot, and thank you again for having us.
Yoga talks about the art of maintaining the balance between pain and pleasure. How do we maintain that balance in our lives when we confront all the adversities that we face in our daily lives?
Yes, Ken. We make assumptions about life, and those assumptions lead to disappointments and frustrations. Now, if I assume that it's daytime, it's so wonderful, the sun will never set, when night comes, I'll be disappointed. Likewise, for life as well, we assume that it will be unilinear. Everything is going to go so well. But the fact is that life has its two aspects. So there is positive circumstances and there are negative circumstances as well. When we keep that in mind, we will be less disappointed. And we can always find a way to reframe those circumstances. I am reminded of a girl who entered college and went to live in the hostel. And after 3 months, she wrote a letter to her mother. Mommy, I need to tell you I made a mistake. 1 month after having been here in the hostel, I stole $50 from my classmate. I rented a motorcycle. And my motorcycle, while driving it, I crashed into the lamppost and broke my hip bone. Now the mother was reading that letter and getting shocked. Oh, my dear daughter. The letter further said, Mommy, there was nothing to worry about. There was this handsome young doctor who took me into his room, and I stayed there for the next few weeks. And Mommy, I need you to know that I missed all my classes, but I've fallen in love with him. And we need to get married before the baby pops out. And Mommy, you must also know that after marriage, we will come and stay with you and Papa because my husband-to-be has lost his job. And he's from another culture and he'll keep on trying to convert you, but you will enjoy his wonderful nature. The mother reading the note thought the world has come to an end. And then the letter ended, Mommy, really, none of this has happened. All that has happened is I've got an F in calculus. I wanted you to see it in the proper perspective. It could have been far worse. So, when we look on things as terrible, if we reframe it, we find that there is a second aspect to it. As somebody said, that I am thankful for having to clean up the mess in my house because it means I have a house. I am thankful for the taxes I pay because it means I have an income. So in those negative circumstances, we have to learn the art of seeing them with positivity.
Thank you very much.
So for our students, it's important that we work to provide opportunities for student growth. And of course, one of the things we want to offer are chances for our students to show leadership. Swamiji, I need to know, how do you define leadership?
Leadership is the art of bringing out the best in people to achieve a common and meaningful purpose. So, a leader must act not out of position merely, but out of a sense of purpose. That is very important for a leader, to have a strong purpose combined with a vision. And it is the job of the leader to inspire the collaborators with that vision and impart the sense of purpose. So a leader must not be self-seeking. That is why nowadays the concept of servant leadership is becoming popular, where the attitude of the leader is adding value to people. Of course, a leader should also have the ability for strategic planning and analysis, etc. But the quality of integrity is very important, because those who are putting themselves at the disposal of the leader, they need to have faith that we will not be cheated. We can trust this person. And we may be in chaos, we may have our ups and downs, but the leader can provide stability to us as individuals, as an organization. So the leader is our support system when we need it. And apart from that, a leader needs to have the ability to take a lot of flack. Because when you are handling people, people are going to be people. There will be those who will praise the leader no end, and there will be so many others who will consider the leader to be the worst person in the world. The leader must be able to have the ability to digest both of these and still retain a normal and a happy frame of mind.
Based on what you just said, I think you had some experience being mayor before. Because I can relate to what you said.
Well, Mayor, first of all, it's so inspiring to see yourself and Amy. In India, mayors have a full-time occupation. They are only mayors. It's their profession. But in this case, it's your hobby. It's your hobby. You have a full-time career and you are doing this alongside out of a sense of service, out of your generosity to society. But like you said, that not everybody will look at it that way.
Somewhat maintaining the theme about students, one of the things that our youth deal with a lot is the lack of concentration. So I was kind of curious, what kind of tools does yoga provide to help them improve their concentration?
Yes, Ken. Lack of concentration is an epidemic problem of modern times, because this is the age of media and there is information and of varieties of tidbits of interesting information that is impinging upon us at all times. So in that situation, it is so easy to get distracted. Now, yoga says you handle this problem from two perspectives. One is the external distractions, and the other is the internal distractions from within. Now, bring the external distractions under control, which means your devices and other things, there needs to be a time for them. Don't switch them on in the morning right away. Some people have that habit. They wake up and they want to see what is the latest WhatsApp, etc. So rather than that, restrict yourself. Likewise, at night as well. In fact, it is said that if you can avoid devices for 2 hours before you sleep, it helps in the creation of melatonin in the brain, which ensures a deeper sleep. So these are some of the external things. Mahatma Gandhi had put it so nicely. He said that, look, if you put junk food in your mouth, then it will affect your physical health. And if you put junk food in your mind, it will affect your mental health. So he gave this 3 monkeys of his: hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. So don't allow the junk to get in. And the second is the internal control. Now that is more important. What is required is enhancement of our willpower. What affects the willpower is the propensity for pleasure. So people, they are motivated by pleasure, and pleasure is invariably from low value activities. Whereas the high value activities are boring and austere. So the mind rebels when we engage it in something of high value, and it seeks distractions from the low value activities. And apart from that, our brain has got a thing called the novelty bias. So it wants to move from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. I've sat in cars where people keep on changing their radio station. Every 3 seconds, you can't make out what's going on. So that's how it is with social media. Analysis have been done that those who work on computer, they change their screen 566 times. So that is the novelty bias of our brain. Now, to bring that under control, if we can grow our willpower. And what is the way to grow our willpower? A simple methodology is to engage in meditation. Even the technique of meditation is not so important from this perspective. The mere fact that we are constraining our mind from seeking pleasure and forcing it to remain in one place. Now the body responds to exercise slowly. And if somebody is serious about developing muscles, people are told it will take you 3 months. But the brain responds to exercises rapidly. And 3 days of meditation, people will discover a tremendous improvement in their ability to focus.